Here in Phoenix, the roof is closed and the AC is pumping. Here we wrap up the homestand with the finale of this two-game series between the Oakland A's and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Patrick Corbin is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, like a lot of guys, Matty, Patrick Corbin all the way back from Tommy John surgery. From the left side, good fastball, 93 to 95. Little overhand curveball. Will throw an occasional slider. His best off-speed pitch might be the straight changeup. He needs to use all four pitches. You'll know if he's on early, getting a lot of swings and misses on that fastball down in the zone.
And underway from the desert as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken here for ball one. Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 of this homestand.
The 1-2. Grounded to the right, taken in by Goldschmidt, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, Matt, you know they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 spot right now. He's really swung the bat well against left-handed pitchers so far this season. He's hitting over 300 against southpaws, and he's facing another one of those today. I'm sure he's excited to hit in this one.
Ball 1.
Ball outside.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Row, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent with it.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Corbin has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And it's gone. It's a solo shot off the bat of Nick Castellanos. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the A's are on the board first, 1-0.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Nelson Cruz is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, I love the location right there. Maybe that extra base hit was a big wake-up call to get it going.
and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. But the A's hit the board first on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the first. It's now 1-0 in favor of the A's. Digging in now, Danny Santana. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading out for the Diamondbacks, center fielder, Danny Santana.
Here comes the first pitch. A knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Nope, that's it. And there's ball 2 now. Pulled toward right center field. Foul. Has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And now here's a look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, look out for Josh Reddick. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Wind up and the 0-1. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. The 1-2. Is laid off for ball 2. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's definitely a long ball threat. Currently 3rd in the National League in that category. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. He's in his first season of a new 6-year deal, so I'm sure he feels good about that.
Hey, he's certainly earned this long-term deal. But you have to assume that the last couple years on this thing, they are not going to get the return on their investment. They are expecting production early and often.
Cruz is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the 2nd out. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. From the belt, kicks and deals. No balls and 1 strike. Hit on the ground to 3rd. Throw on to 2nd for the force, and the side is retired. 1 left for Arizona. It remains 1. In now, Marcus Semien. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A High fastball is in there. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Santana is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's Chris Davis now. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. A's are gone in order. He played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Right fielder.
First delivery to him on the way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Missed with a breaking ball. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
From the stretch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
1 ball, no strikes.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
No strikes.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 home. 2-1 now. Reddick aboard here at first with nobody out. Hit hard to short, and that's through for a hit.
That's just an excellent job by the batter right there. 3 pitches on the outer half of the zone. Didn't try and do too much. Kept the front hip in, kept the front shoulder in, played with the opposite side of the field. Quality AB.
Here's Gregory Polanco as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him, and he takes ball 1. On the ground to third. Castellanos has it for second for 1. On to first, a double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball that finds the outside corner. Blanco, who's nicknamed Whitey, he's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you.
And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. 1-1. Is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
Boy, that's a big pick-me-up right there. After the ground ball double play, that runner at third could have been stranded. Big, and I mean big, two-out base hit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, picking up your teammates right there. You know, after grounding into a double play, you watch your teammate go back to the dugout dejected, costing his team 2 outs, and you find a way to bail him out. Nice piece of hit.
Stepping in now, Patrick Corbin. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. One run is not going to kill you.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Howell's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. All tied at 1-1. Back now in the desert Southwest, set for the top of the 3rd from Chase Field in Phoenix. Digging in, Josh Begley. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Behind 0-2 now. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Weak chopper up the line. That winds up foul. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for route number 1. Into the box now, Daniel Mengden. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
And now a pitch on the way. Smoke toward the hole. Marte has it. And there's out number 2.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Chris.
Now batting, Chris James. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? And Reddick will put this one away to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the A's. After 2.5, it remains. Now at the plate, Danny Santana. 0-for-1 here in the early going.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lofted in the air out to right field. Cruz giving chase, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So one gone in the inning now, and it's time for a look at the standings in the AL West to just see where the A's find themselves entering play here today. Coming to the plate now, Ketel Marte. He drew a base on balls his first time up. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Bases are empty, one man out. A ball and a strike. Just got a piece up the line. Foul ball, strike 2. The 1-2. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. One out, nobody on. Fouled away. Line toward right center. Cruz is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 44.
Now in the box, Paul Goldschmidt. So far 0-for-1 with a flyout. Here's the first pitch to him. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. One ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman.
As long as you actually get it inside, that two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 2-2. Line drive to center field. Powell will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Striding into the box, Boog Powell. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way in front of a great slider that time.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Nick Castellanos now. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Again, another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. One-two pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Nicholas Castellanos sent packing for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's Nelson Cruz now. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be one of those 1, 2, 3 easy innings. But now all of a sudden, they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double. Big moment here.
Marcus Semien is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The 1-0 home finds the zone, strike 1. A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Cruz stands at second with 2 gone. There's a swinging bunt up the line. Lamb ranges to his right. And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step. So now it's Mark Hanna.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground. And you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. A's strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. At the plate, Gary Sanchez set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Gary Sanchez.
First pitch of the at-bat. down and away, 1 ball and no strike. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Good break to that thing, and it's 1-2. A 2-ball, 2-strike count to the Diamondbacks catcher.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Line toward right center. Cruz moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, and Reddick is in at third base. He's got a triple.
Yeah, everyone knows this guy's been having a great year at the plate, but he's not exactly a gazelle on the bases. But he turns on the jets here and makes it all the way to third. He might need an oxygen tank, but hey, he made it.
Jake Lamb standing in now. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Foul. Going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game.
Well, this ends up being a sac fly, but you've got to love the effort out there. Sacrificed his body to make that catch, and I'll tell you, that didn't feel good. Probably saved extra bases by making that play.
Here's Gregory Polanco. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. This is skied into short left center. Davis is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Chris Davis. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Stepping up to the plate, Josh Fegley comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
Swing hard liner to left center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
I mean, that had to feel amazing right there. I know it's only a single, but when you're walking to the plate and you're not even hitting your weight, you see that bat average go up, had to put a smile on his face.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he pops up the bunt attempt. No problem over there for Goldschmidt, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 22, second baseman.
So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Chris James. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. The A's strand 1. Our score remains 2-1. Striding in once again, Andres Blanco looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And that misses, ball 1.
Oh, that's a tough call for Blue right there. Either way you call it, somebody doesn't like it. But hey, that's the life of an umpire.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. James fields it cleanly, and there's 1 down now.
The pitcher, number 46, Patrick Corbin.
Striding in, Patrick Corbin. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle. On to first, and very quickly 2 are gone in the home 5th.
Now batting, center fielder, Danny
Ready once
Santana.
again, Danny Santana. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here comes the first pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
0-1.
2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. He'll be the one to start things out for Oakland in their half of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Nick Castellanos now comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run.
I know he's a confident pitcher, but there's a difference between being confident and downright foolish. He just offered one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup a straight heater, and it cost him big time.
He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. The 0-1. And right into the shift. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting,
Stepping into the box, Marcus Semien. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Leaves a slider right over the middle.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Semien in an 0-2 hole here.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this. Digging in once again, Vitel Marte. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie.
Vitel Marte.
Hit down the line at first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. And we see some action in the A's bullpen now. It's both a left-hander and a righty that start to loosen up. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit. So stepping in, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch on its way. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Hey, what a great pitch right there in a big situation to pull the string on that changeup. He knew that hitter was going to be super aggressive.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Very high, 2-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
The 2-1. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is... Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. All tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Next up for the A's, Mark Canha. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
So that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Santana going back. Just missed a home run to the deepest part of the yard. It's off the wall. And he will make it in safely. He's in at third as the go-ahead run. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
No hits to this point. The 1-0 home. There's a fastball that misses.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Turned on down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Hit hard to third. Lamb is there on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. Settling in now, Josh Begley. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Now the Diamondback skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. And you look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Ball and a strike.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time. 2-2.
Hey, I don't blame him right there. Giving up on that inside curveball, little front hipper. That's a tough pitch. You just can't figure out where the point of contact should be.
You froze him on the fastball there. Josh Begley goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Davis, only 20 years old. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. Swung on but fouled off to the left. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Polanco is going to have room out there as he... Terrence Jackson gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Stepping up now, Jake Lamb. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Sliced down the left side, but foul.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
Ground ball foul down the left side.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Hit back up the middle. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Digging in the switch hitter, Andres Blanco. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Liner toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Boy, that's a big base hit right there. The only problem now, D-Row, you have the pitchers spot on deck. It'll be interesting to see how they play this one.
Well, those guys on the bench, they know their pay grade. They've been getting loose since the 4th inning. I look for the manager to definitely make the move here for another bat.
Robbie Grossman will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
number 36, Robbie Grossman.
Sliced hard on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Standing in now, Danny Santana. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And they have taken the lead. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him, and it's now 5-3.
And you can see why they love this guy. He's a leadoff guy with some serious pop. And he pounces on this mistake and knocked it right out of here.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
And that'll bring in the middle infielder, Ketel Marte. He's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. And that one stayed up a little high.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there. And it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Hit on the ground out to short. Simeon's got it. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. But the Diamondbacks erupt for 3 thanks to this 3-run home run. We're through 7 this afternoon. It's now 5-3 Arizona. Andrew Chafin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 40, Andrew.
Into the box, Chris James. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. The A's find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs that's going to win the ball game. And
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
2-2. Oh, not sure where that one missed, and I'm not sure the pitcher does either.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Boog Powell waits on deck. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get him to chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Boog Powell sent packing for the 4th time in this one. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And another foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
This is one of those classic.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We'll be right back at Chase Field in just a moment.
Your attention, please. Now
So a new pitcher set to come on now, and we'll get an appearance from the hard-throwing right-hander Santiago Casilla. Ready for another shot now, Paul Goldschmidt. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Paul Goldschmidt.
First offering on its way. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Here it comes. Skied into very shallow right. There to take it is Cruz, and that's the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Gary Sanchez. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate, 0 for 3. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball that he's way out in front of, a swing and a miss. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
He's going to have to take a deep breath. A little bit ultra aggressive at the plate right now after fishing at the first pitch and looking like he was going to commit on that one.
1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. The 2-1 is low and outside for a ball. He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. Lifetime numbers against Casilla. He's a .318 hitter. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back to avoid the double play.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, third baseman
Jake Lamb standing in now. Ready, here's the first offering. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. 1-1. Sanchez over at second. Lamb at first. 2 out in the inning. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Davis is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. D-backs out in front, 5-3. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Archie Bradley takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Reddick to the track. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's going to make it safely. And a great start to the 9th as it's a leadoff triple.
And in the 9th inning, every team's goal is to bring that tying run to the plate, and he does that here. But I got to tell you, a single or a double would have done the trick, too. That was risky trying to stretch that thing, but it ended up working out in the end.
And that's the first out.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
So now it's Mark Hanna. Will swing and lift the ball fouled off to the left and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
Count remains at 0-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Mark Hanna goes down for out number 2 in the top of the 9th. Here's Chris Davis now. This ball will be chopped foul. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Men on third with 2 down. Last strike now for Oakland. High and deep to right center. Santana racing back. Still ranging back. A leap, but it's off his glove. And he is in at third base with an RBI triple.
This is why the players make the money they do. Down in the 9th inning, and he blisters this thing, busting his tail around for a triple, and in the process, he cuts the deficit to 1.
And a base hit here, and we're all tied up. We've got a great finish on our hands. Franklin Barreto will be summoned now to be the pinch runner. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over the third, but can't get him across.
Yeah, he does surrender one run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win, and he was.
A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Arizona Diamondbacks rack up a division-leading 40th victory of the season. David Hernandez gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Archie Bradley hammers down the save, his 23rd of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon is the victorious Diamondbacks, 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Athletics, 4 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 11 minutes. A reminder that Postmates Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street station.